It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we'll play host to a battle between conferences. It's the Rams and the Colts on Thursday night primetime.
From the crossroads of America, we're at the center of Indianapolis, Indiana, as we get a look here at Lucas Oil Stadium. Thanks for joining us, everyone. With my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. And like so many matchups in the NFL, Brock, our focus goes right to the quarterbacks in this one. Both of these guys, players who've been around the league now for some time, they definitely established themselves as veterans who know how to win football games.
Yeah, I think the word of the day, Kate, is definitely experience. Two guys who've been through the season several times over, have seen a lot at this point in their career, and been through quite a bit on the field. All that experience is stored up there right between the ears. And the one who is more skilled at leveraging that experience, more than likely is going to come away with the win.
Plenty of season left to go. 3 months of football ahead as we are underway here at Week 4. He'll take this at the 10. He breaks the tackle. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. So the Rams offense getting out there for their opening drive of the game. They're led out by the legend over in LSU, the former #1 overall pick in 2020, Joe Burrow.
A bit of an uneventful outing individually last week, Kate. A touchdown and a pick for him, but the lasting memory, well, there's no question about it. Walking off that field with the loss, that stings. No doubt he feels he could have done more to prevent that result, so expect to see a motivated individual taking snaps here this week.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. They put a receiver in motion right. Right to the air, Burrow. And his first offering of the game winds up incomplete. The ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And now it's 2nd down.
I think that was a throw, Kate, that just came a little bit too late. What it did is it gave that defense time to come up and deliver a pump and knock the ball loose before he could secure it fully.
They'll run here with Tajay Spears. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I know they say it any time he comes up in an interview, but they appreciate having him on this defense so much, Kate, because of plays like that one. Those are great instincts. It takes instincts and want to come up and run support, and not many corners can make that stop.
Complete beyond the marker. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And it brings up an LA 1st down. They're set up at the 35 now.
Here we go. 11, Tom.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine. And that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
1st down, and they go right back to it. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Has him on the quick hitter. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run, in need of some attention. After a good pickup, they've got second and 4. Burrow out of the shotgun. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up third down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Flushed out of the pocket. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. On comes Joshua Carty and the Rams field goal unit to try it on fourth down. It's 44 yards here from the left hash. Slide's kick is up and good. Hold on, though. There's a flag down here. Although, if this is on the defense, Brock, they're probably just going to decline it and keep that make.
Defense.
Thought he had a chance to block it, but he ends up wiping out the kicker instead. And that's going to award their offense a first down. You hate to see this on fourth down for that defense, roughing the kicker. Now they've got a first inside the red zone. Jukes out a one-stop. And he almost gets to the 5. He goes out at the 6. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have second and 3.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
That throw doesn't lead to 6. And now it's third and short.
Well, you got to have a short memory in the NFL. Incompletions happen. Now you got to make the adjustment and go get the next one.
Third and short, it's Burrow. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Trying for it with Burrow. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. To throw again, it's Burrow. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction. Second and goal back to all the way up to the 14 here. Corum straight ahead, and he's brought down for a loss.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over him.
And the Colts get to him. He goes down. Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their first. On comes Joshua Carty and the Rams field goal unit to try it on fourth down. This is a 42-yard look from the left hash. Slide's kick is up and good. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
On the return, here comes Davis. He's stopped on the return at the 27. So out come the Colts for their first offensive possession. Bringing them out to 4th overall pick in 2023 out of Florida. A super athlete at quarterback, Anthony Richardson.
Just an all-around great performance from him last week, Kate, in the win. Those 2 touchdowns he had played a big part in the victory, no question. But so did keeping it clean, not throwing a pick. You want to become friendly with your own defense? Make sure they don't have any extra possessions to defend. He did his job, and so did his teammates.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Dump off caught by his back. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
That's the first down, and he's still going. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They'll throw again. Richardson. He locates Adonai Mitchell. And he gets it down to the 35 before stepping out. We get a look here at the receiving numbers for him from last week.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
We've arrived at the
Quarter. With the score.
ready now for our second quarter. The Colts have the football. They're looking at 2nd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. Off the play fake, here's Richardson. He's on the move. And he's got it. That's a way out for it, but touchdown. The Colts finish off their opening drive. It's an Adonai Mitchell touchdown. That's no good. The veteran mishits one rather surprisingly, and they leave a point after on the table. The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. Returning it from the 16. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. The Rams headed back after their second drive now. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. On first down, here's Burrow. St. Brown's got it, complete. And they can't chop to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
11 MT, hey! 11 MT, hey!
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Finds a seam down the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Back-to-back big plays have them all set up. First and goal here.
Here we go, here we go.
Working inside the red zone. Looking touchdown, but can't connect.
Yeah, that's one that's going to haunt him. There's just no question about it. A drop touchdown in the end zone. Now comes the mental toughness part of it. You got to flush that play quickly so you can make an impact later.
Burrow from the gun. Oh, he's in trouble. He'll go down. The Colts got him. And they're headed in reverse after that sack. They've held him out twice. Here we go. 3rd and goal. Burrow back to throw. Escapes the pocket. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. Timeout taken by the defense. They're second. Slide's kick is up and good. And we're all tied up now in the first half.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Colts and Adonai Mitchell getting set for another look here. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. Richardson now on 1st and 10. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And now they face 2nd down. Play action with Richardson. Bails out of the pocket quick. Connects on the crosser. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
That's going to be caught by Mitchell. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. Not in a time crunch just yet, but they're hurrying to the line anyway. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. Richardson trying to get everybody to the line. They'll try and punch it in. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Christian Wilkins on the stop. The play lost a yard.
So we're at the 2-minute warning here from Indy. The Colts driving ahead. Buckle up, it's 3rd and goal. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Catch is made in close. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Fairbairn now for the PAT. And this one thankfully not off the mark. He gets it to go. The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. Short kick here, fielded at the 17. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. First and 10 now from the 30. I'll start on the ground, Corum. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Clock continuing to run as the Rams hurry to the line. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Give to Corum from the gun. And this one does not go far. The Colts take a timeout. That's their last one. Rams going to punt on 4th down, and they're calling Ethan Evans to the field. He punted a couple of times last week in their loss, and now gets this one away. And some nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35. Nice return there, 15 yards gained. And the Colts will take over. Markers reset, ball at the 37. On 1st down, it's Richardson. He's on the move. He wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. Richardson. Completed to his running back. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Headed out right. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. To throw, Richardson. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. He was looking for Mark Andrews. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. They send the tight end in motion. Richardson on 3rd. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Still time for a couple of plays, though. 15 seconds left. Took his shot at 6 that time. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
Let's go now. Panthers 60. Panthers Buffalo 18. 19 tight.
They motion a receiver left. Now Richardson on 4th down. Cut near the goal line. He has the Indianapolis touchdown. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns. It has been wash, rinse, repeat for them offensively, Brock, as, well, we all wait for this defense to find a little backbone before this becomes a runaway.
Yeah, I'm a little torn up here in this booth because you're exactly right. Offensively, this is just machine, surgical. Defensively, you're running the risk of being embarrassed here pretty quickly. That is tremendous defense. First and foremost, you got to defend against the run on this short of a field. To do that and adapt in time to force an incompletion, boy, that is a huge win for the defense.
This return makes it up to the 37 as he's tackled. Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. They don't connect there, and now just 3 seconds showing on the clock. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime.
Here we go.
A final throw before the break. And he's not going to get something done. They take him down. So that's how our first half's going to end. A momentum-building play for their defense. We're to the halfway point from Indianapolis with the Colts out in front at the break. Now we'll send you south to Orlando for a check-in around the league via Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, what you got for us?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Brock in just a moment. But first, let's give everybody a look at what's coming up later this weekend around the NFL. Some good games to look forward to in the early window.
Not a big window for those halftime speeches. They're right back out of the locker room and set to resume play with the 3rd quarter. Cardi has it all teed up and ready to send it away. Evans now to return. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Colts and Anthony Richardson headed back onto the field. And as we're reminded of some of the highlights of this game, his touchdowns ranking quite high among them. We're going to see 3 of them here, and if you're scoring like that, Brock. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They go play action here. Buying some time left. Finds him on the crossing route. And a solid gain gets them across the 45 before he goes out. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play as well as a new set of downs. So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. 1st down throw here from Richardson. Buying some time right. Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. It looks like he came down on that sideline. 2nd down coming up. Richardson now. Catch made by Mitchell. And he's out of bounds, a little short of the 10. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs.
Speed kills, baby. You better make that tackle right away on these receivers or you're going to get some serious yak. Those yards after catch just like that. Take it a short gain and turn it into an explosive play.
1st down from the red zone. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Trying to work quickly now. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes.
He's counting his lucky stars. That one isn't headed the other way right now. That is not the time to challenge double coverage.
3rd and long, it's Richardson. Finds his back complete. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. Offense in the hurry up now.
A gain of 9. It's 4th down.
65 catch, go!
Trying to throw for it with Richardson. Forced out to his right. And it falls incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Here we go, here we go.
First down, Burrow to throw. Oh no, ball's loose. Ball's loose in the end zone. And he gets to it in the end zone. This is going to be a touchdown. The Colts push their lead further to start the half. Frying Ford on the ground. And that's into the end zone, so they follow the touchdown by tacking on 2 more to their lead. No dice the first time they tried it, but this time, Brock, the 2-point conversion is successful.
Just felt like they were waiting for the right opportunity to try it once again. Not only to make up for the first attempt, but establish a little confidence from this spot. And who knows, maybe we'll have a 2-pointer that plays a bigger role when this thing's all said and done.
Short kick, just reaching the landing zone. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Now LA getting its offense all set to go. They're running out of time to get this game into a more manageable spot, Brock. Look at a 3-score deficit, and we're in quarter number 3. First and 10 now. Here's Burrow. St. Brown's got it. Complete. Still going inside the 35. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
I love this, Kate. No issues at all going to this receiver in the short field because they know at any time when this man touches the ball, he can transform a short completion into a big play.
Has the LA touchdown. Shrinking the lead some in the third. It's a Blake Corum touchdown. Cardi with the extra point. And the Rams get it back to a 14-point game. Cardi has it all teed up and ready to send it away. On the return, here comes Davis. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. The Colts offense set to head out. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays that followed. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. On the move, headed right. He takes it himself. And he's out of bounds, just a step short of the 40. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it'll be first down, Colts. New set of downs for him at the 38. Richardson now on 1st and 10. Buys time, rolling right. He's keeping it again. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of the defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way, only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that first down anyway.
This finds Mitchell, complete. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs. And he has stayed productive throughout this game. He's up to the 300-yard mark after that last completion. Really has been a solid showing for him finding his targets. That last shot took him right down to the front of the red zone. Here's first down. Tight end going in motion here. From the red zone now. Chased out to his right. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. that time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
2nd and 10. Again, it's Richardson. Hits him on the in route. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. They're working quickly here. They'll throw again. Richardson setting up the running back screen. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. 2nd and goal coming up from the 7. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. He's got it! Touchdown, Indianapolis! Whistle sound as the defense decides to call timeout. Going after up and good by Fairbairn. And the Colts stretch their lead to 21. The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. Kick taken in here at the 17. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. The Rams and wide receiver Amon-Ra St. Brown getting set for their next drive. Ball at the 33 for first down. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. This one misses the tight end. So it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go. 12. 11.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Got to figure out this 3rd down here.
Here we go.
Burrow from the gun. It is caught left side. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. The Rams are set to punt. And he's getting the call for the 2nd time this game. Went for 48 with his first kick, and this one looks even better. Secures this at the 17. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing. That punt gets up to 59 yards. And they're going to take over possession.
Trap 60. Here we go.
On first down, it's Richardson. Escapes the pocket. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain. No luck finding his receiver that time. So that brings up 2nd down. Man in motion here.
19 Lion. 7 Pirates.
Richardson now on 2nd and 10. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up.
Derwin James on the coverage.
Ready. 70 rings. Go.
Play action with Richardson. Finds him over the middle. And that will not be enough for a first down.
A gain of 9.
We've reached the end of the third. Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1.
60 Bobcat. Go.
Off the play fake. Here's Richardson. He finds him beyond the marker. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. He rolls to his right. That's going to be caught by Mitchell. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Throwing now off play action. Connects on the crosser. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. It's a And it's good for an Indianapolis first down. Again, Jones to the air. Finds him on the crossing route. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line.
Quarterback never stared down the receiver, but he kept his eyes downfield until he found that open window as that crossing route finds and beats zone coverage.
Great.
Working from the gun. Here's Jones. He's on the move. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. Then brings up third down.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover, wisely throwing it away.
This one's caught. It's Andrews near the sideline. And he drives this down to the 8 before going out. A gain of 5, Brock, and now they're going to have first and goal.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
Operating from the gun, it's Jones. And that's complete in the end zone. Touchdown, Indy! The Colts put up even more points in a win. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. That one splits the uprights. And the Colts grow their lead yet again. The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. Very short kick taken at the 19. They'll begin from the 36 as the returner's brought down. Possession switching back to the LA offense as they head out. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here.
Here we go.
On first down, here's Burrow. Flushed out of the pocket. And he evades any kind of trouble, but only a short gain to show for it after sliding down. Second down now, 7 to go.
Here we go.
Running back sent in motion. Escapes a defender. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. New set of downs for him at the 38.
Here we go. Ready? Place up. Start.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. This one taken in by Corum. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
They'll motion him out of the backfield. Burrow out of the shotgun. Gets it quickly to St. Brown. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Bails out of the pocket quick. He'll step up, and there he goes.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as a QB, and it gave him just enough room to run.
We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Indy. Rams trying to do some window dressing. Second and 6 coming up here.
Here we go.
Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Edwards got it. And he's to the 5 before going out of bounds.
On 1, ready?
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal.
Here we go.
Burrow to the air now. Forced out to his right. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
Here we go.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal. Burrow now against a blitz. And that's going to be brought in. Touchdown, L.A. The Rams making the scoreboard look a touch better. It's a Blake Corum touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. That one right down the middle. And the Rams cut the lead by a quarter, down now to 21. With time ticking away, they prepare for a must-get onside kick. Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their first. And they'll take this opportunity to discuss what's next over on their sideline. Well, don't look up at the clock, everybody. That is certainly not their friend as they get set to try an onside kick. And the Colts are able to bring in the kick. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Wow, they're going to pass it here. On the move, headed right. Complete out to the right. It's a gain of 12 there. And it'll be 1st down, Colts. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Andrews with the catch. And he's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or two short of the 25. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Play fake, Jones. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Space on the right. He's got room. At the 20. And he takes it in. Great defensive effort late, even if this one's decided. Cardi now for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Rams get it back to a 14-point game. So even after the score, they're still down 2 possessions. Time not exactly on their side as they try this onside kick. And that's covered up by the Colts. And that should be our final highlight from this one. Even with that kick, there wasn't much chance of pulling off the comeback. And now that they failed to recover, partner, I'd say this one officially over and done with.
They went out taking every chance they could, right? Swinging as much as possible, but you just can't have this big a deficit this late in the game. Pete Carroll likes to say, can you win a game in the 1st quarter, the 2nd quarter, 3rd quarter? Nope. You win it when it matters in this league, and that's finishing in the 4th.
And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. The drive picks up here. 1st and 10. Back now. Pressure on its way. Has him on the quick hitter. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. Fakes the handoff. Now to throw. Buys time, rolling right. And this one hurts. Had a touchdown in his hands, but he couldn't hold on. 3rd down coming up. Back to throw now. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. The Colts make it a 3-score game in the 4th. Fairbairn now for the PAT. Oh, it's a fake. They're going to flip it to the kicker. He's going to throw. Got it inside the 10. And he's into the end zone, and that shows what kind of game they've been having. Even that works for them, and it adds an extra 2 to their lead. The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. Return starts from the 16. He's stopped on the return at the 27. The Rams set to go on offense once more. And they can really do what they want with these last couple of snaps afforded to them because the outcome already decided. This is reeled in by Edwards. Big man showing up the yards. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. So a massive gain, and all of a sudden we've got 1st and 10 inside the red zone. From the red zone now. And look at the footwork there. Touchdown. The Rams get it back to within 2 possessions.
Raiders will line up for the tip.
He's throwing for it. Avoids the sack. And he's going to cross for the score. They trim that deficit down to 14. The time making this all but impossible, but they're going to try for the onside kick here anyway. And that's covered up by the Colts, and that should be our final highlight from this one. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Putting a receiver in motion. 1st and 10, looking to throw. That's going to be caught by Mitchell. And he's out a yard or two shy of the 15. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
Colts, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Chased out to his right. And it's incomplete, but hey, who cares? They've got the lead, and we are out of time in this one. So the Colts get the win at home inside of Lucas Oil. And this thing of losing such a close one the week before.